we have a small population of over 30,000 people. And diabetes type 2 is genetically linked. And if you have a parent who has type 2 diabetes, you inherit a 25% risk. But if both parents have diabetes, you inherit an 80% risk. So having people marrying within the community and have family backgrounds of diabetes in both sides of the family is actually increasing our gene pool. And that is why diabetes is so prominent. Diabetes is in the center of everything. It's in the center of cardiac. It's in the center of visually impaired. It's in the center of some cancers as well. So everything can actually stem from diabetes. So if we actually controlled the diabetes, we could actually get rid of all the problems around it. Mm-hmm. People who have diabetes type 1, it comes on very suddenly and as an autoimmune condition where your pancreas stops working. Type 2 diabetes is a very slow process, and it can actually take about 10 years for the diabetes to develop. So within those 10 years, the person has been developing problems of high blood pressure, maybe they had a cardiac event, maybe they had neuropathic conditions. So the disease, by the time it is diagnosed, there is damage to the system already.
For Courtney, you were only 7 years old when you were diagnosed with type 1.
Yes.
What were some of the warning signs there and the symptoms?
I can remember the day perfectly, actually. I was at a friend's house, and it's very typical symptoms with everybody that gets type 1. I had an excessive thirst. Not feeling very well, like a smell in my mouth. It's almost like sweet. That's what you call like a ketone smell. And I just wasn't myself at all. I was taken to hospital, and in Rainbow Ward, the pediatrics were fantastic, and I was diagnosed with diabetes. I spent some time there, learned how to obviously cope with it and manage, and then I was sent on my way to handle it. But there's a process of it that obviously as you grow up, especially as a woman, like you get hormone issues which will affect your sugars. People don't understand that there's 48 factors apart from what you eat that affect your sugars. So somebody going to me, are you sure you can eat that piece of cake? I'm like, the shower that I will have later will maybe affect my sugars more than this cake will. So there's so many other factors to it, and this is why there's also an importance with the type 2, because it's a process that takes some time, and there's so much that can be done to manage, to control, to limit those risk factors. It's important that we do everything that we can so that it doesn't continue to affect them and to affect future generations as well. As a type 1, I've learned how to cope with it, how to manage with it, and how everything impacts me. So I think it's one of those things that, although there is an awareness of what diabetes is, I think that there's an education aspect that needs to be understood slightly more.